everyone, and welcome back to the 48 Now desk. I'm digital host AJ Wiest, and this Saturday, June 1st, is National Trails Day. And today I am joined with Miss Melanie Manson, who is the marketing director for Land Trust of North Alabama. Melanie, thank you so much for joining in with me today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. So first, can you talk a little bit about the history of National Trails Day and really how that came about?
Sure. So, National Trails Day is hosted by the American Hiking Society, and the goal is really just to make people aware of all of the outdoor recreation opportunities that they can find close to home and encourage them to get outdoors and enjoy nature and experience what there is to offer in their community. There's lots of trails available in North Alabama, so we luckily have a great variety of options to choose from.
Very true. I have to agree 100% with you. I am new to the Huntsville area, but it is just so gorgeous up here. So many nature preserves. I actually live kind of near the Hayes Nature Preserve, so I
Yeah.
walk around there a lot. But what are some things people who are watching at home, how can they celebrate National Trails Day accordingly?
Yeah, so this Saturday, June 1st, is actually the official National Trails Day. Unfortunately, here in our local area, it looks like the weather may not cooperate.
Right.
But Sunday looks like it's going to be a little better. And luckily, all of the land trusts, nature preserves are open daily and free to access. So, really, any day you can take advantage of those opportunities and get outside. So, we have 10 nature preserves in our area, and all of those offer 80 miles of trails combined. But you can also check out all the other places available to you, the state park, or several state parks in our area. And then, you just can look at a variety of options around the region to depending on what kind of outdoor recreation you're interested in. There's hiking, kayaking, biking, just whatever you're looking for, it's probably there. So I just really encourage people to visit our website and then also just take a look at what might be available close by, explore those places. And then another way that you can get involved in your local trails is by giving back and volunteering. Most trail organizations are always happy to have volunteers to help out and provide assistance with trail maintenance and that kind of thing.
Very awesome, and it's such a bummer. I was definitely rooting for the weather to hold up, but you guys had something planned for Blevins Gap and Bethel Spring Nature
Mhm.
Preserves. Can you talk about each of those nature preserves a little bit for someone who's never been?
Sure. So, Blevins Gap Nature Preserve is located in South Huntsville. A lot of people might be familiar with our main trailhead. It is on Cecil Ashburn. So, there's a great overlook area from that trailhead. You can see a great sunset view pretty much without leaving your car from that spot. But if you venture out onto the trails, you can climb up to the bluff, and there's some great viewpoints from up there as well. It's kind of a mountainside preserve, and then there's also a creek on one on the south side, or I'm sorry, on the north side of the preserve, and then, like I said, the views on the south side of the preserve. Bethel Spring is in the Gurley, New Hope area, and it has one of Madison County's largest waterfalls. So it has a kind of agricultural area near the trailhead with some great flat, easy trails, and then also a good climb up to the waterfall. About a mile to get up there, and then a mile return hike. But definitely worth it because the waterfall is pretty spectacular. So I would encourage people to get out and check that one out for sure. And then, as I've mentioned, we have 10 nature preserves around the region. So just take a look at what's out there and see what you're interested in.
Yes, absolutely. Do you have a specific trail that you find yourself frequenting quite often?
Yeah, so I think during the summertime, I really enjoy our Harvest Square Nature Preserve. There are two ponds, lots of great boardwalks, and some flat, easy trails. That's a great place to just kind of enjoy the colors and vibrancy of summer, lots of animal activity and things blooming all the time. So I definitely recommend that one this time of year.
It sounds very pretty. And of course, we have to remember trail etiquette and being responsible while we're out in nature. Can you talk a little bit about trail etiquette?
Sure. So, the main thing we recommend is making sure you have a trail map before you head out onto our trails so you know where you're going. And just for safety reasons, that's a great thing to remember. But it is also important to stay on marked trails to avoid any kind of sensitive habitats or, disrupting that nature preserve any more than we need to. The goal is for us to have a minimal impact and kind of follow the policies of leave no trace, meaning pack out any trash that you take in with you and just be respectful to the area. Don't remove plants or animals or any materials from the preserve and just leave it all there for everyone else to enjoy as well. Um, we encourage you to also clean your hiking boots actually in between your
Hmm.
hikes because you can actually spread invasive species by, carrying dirt from other properties onto the trails. And so that's kind of a one that people don't think about, but
Right.
can be really important. But just generally, respect the property and the plants and animals that you see there, and just do what you can to leave it better than you found it.
That's right. And that's certainly something I have not thought about, like cleaning your hiking boots and how that could impact the trail. Um,
Right.
yeah. So, what's your favorite thing personally for you about getting out in nature and just taking it all in?
Yeah. So I think that everybody can benefit first from some time in nature. It's relaxing, and we could all use a little more of that in our lives.
Right.
Just the, being around the trees and greenery and hearing those natural sounds in nature is immediately calming, and it's just a great way to kind of reset. And it's also a great space to just get together with friends and family without distraction.
That's right. Yeah, I love it. I have my headphones on, just walking around, getting a little bit of a tan. I love it. Yeah, it's it's one of my favorite things to do when I'm off. But
Yeah.
yeah, but Melanie, can you where can people find your website, the Land Trust website?
Sure. So our website is landtrustnal.org, and there you can find hiking tips, trail maps, and information about all of our nature preserves. So you can plan your route and see where you want to go. But also check out our event calendar. We have a variety of guided hikes offered each month. And so if you're new to hiking or just want a group to go with, that's a great option to kind of join a group, guided hike, and a lot of those are led by local experts that can tell you a lot more about the space, and you can kind of learn a little bit about nature while you go.
A little bit about the history as well.
Sure, yeah, some of them focus on history, some of them focus on the natural environment, so they cover a variety of topics, and that can always kind of enhance the experience in a way that you can't on a self-guided adventure.
Very true. I will definitely have to be checking that out. But Melanie, that's all the questions I have for you today. If there's something that maybe I didn't ask that you might want to add, but otherwise, I want to thank you so much for joining in with me today, and I greatly
Yeah,
appreciate it.
I appreciate you having us. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
absolutely. You have a great rest of your day, and happy early National Trails Day.